Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today we'll be doing a triple reaction once again to Journey, and for each of these songs we're going to be listening to today, I'm going to take a look at the lyrics and do my best to analyze them with you all so we can all come away with a deeper understanding of the work of Journey. So the songs we'll be checking out today are called Sweet and Simple, then What Was, and lastly we'll end the reaction off with When You Love a Woman. Before we do jump in, a massive thank you goes to RJ, whose generous support made this reaction possible. I appreciate you. And now, let's jump in. Very romantic, it feels.
Try and keep it simple, not too far away.
Love the guitar in the back.
Moving slow, so simple. Never felt this way. Moving sweet, so simple.
Man, this is all you need for a good ballad. Piano, call and response vocal and guitars, bass, and a consistent but steady drum set.
Taking time to say the way
Whoa,
to be
nice chord.
simple. Never felt this way. Don't be lonely. All my friends forget the best, sweet as sugar.
Out of nowhere.
When you're moving slow, it's what I like to
Whoa.
do.
It was like a roller coaster, shot straight up, and we were up riding that high for like 12 seconds, and then it just back down to the same place we were, like nothing happened.
How could it be so simple
There's an air of more intensity now, though, even though we've
to forget
lowered again in dynamics.
a way to being simple. Never felt this way.
Loving the lyrics here. Also, it's a simple song structure, sweet and simple, matching its namesake through and through.
Yes.
Dude, Stephen Perriott.
You're moving slow and last. It's what I like to do.
Dude, Steve,
Yes.
man. What is
It's
that?
what I like to do. It's what I like to do.
Wow, what a harmony.
It's what I like to do. It's what I like to do. Sugar. It's what I like to do. It's what I like to do. Moving slow.
I love how that song just exploded. Uh, literally, just that one moment, of course, where we shot up and then we brought the song back down, but that already gives you enough information about where the ceiling of this song in terms of dynamics can be. It absolutely blows your face off. And when Steve sings notes like that, man, you just immediately, I'm like thrown out of my analytical brain and just thrust into my body. It is an, an amazing experience listening to this man sing the high notes that he does. Let's take a look at the lyrics, shall we? There's, rather simple lyricism in this one as well, but kind of part and parcel with the name of this track and potentially the takeaways as well, which, sometimes we just need a simple message told to us plainly and we repeat it over and over again to be fully imprinted in our brains. So we start off with try and keep it simple, not too far away, moving slow, so simple. Never felt this way, moving sweet, so simple, taking time to say the way to being simple, never felt this way. All of this here kind of like makes me feel, kind of reminds me of like the early stages of a relationship where you're dating, you're trying to figure out whether you two are compatible or not, whether you two like each other or not. So moving slow, taking it simple, not putting any excess pressure on the two of you allows you to kind of discover whether or not your paths are meant to stay aligned or not. Don't be lonely. Oh, my friends, forget the past. Sweet as sugar. When you're moving slow at last, it's what I like to do. Let me think. It's kind of unclear who the song is directed to. Don't be lonely feels like an instruction or some advice to be given to either the self or another. Don't be lonely. Oh, my friends, forget the past. Sweet as sugar. Oh, my friends, forget the past. Okay. Not my friends forget the past, but like my friends, like referring to the audience, like how I kind of do. Forget the past. Don't wallow in your pain. I think that is a more accessible understanding of that lyric. How could it be so simple to forget the way, a way to being simple, never felt this way? Yeah, how could it be so simple to just like forget all of the emotional baggage and preconceived notions that one may have going into any new advent or relationship? Can you just forget all the things of the past and move forward with your head held high and your best foot forward? That would be ideal. I think what it means to be human is to be fallible, which means oftentimes we do carry a lot of our past pain forward, whether we want to or not. Don't be lonely. No, forget the past. Sweet as sugar. Wow, this all feels like a repetition here, actually. But it's what I like to do. Moving slow at last, it's what I like to do. Being deliberate in one's decisions is now what the singer, Steve, now prefers to do, which makes sense. You want to make your decisions carefully and slowly. No, there's no need to rush. Oftentimes when you do rush, it's either anxiety driven or emotionally driven, at least in some sense, and causes one to make a unforced error, you might say, when at least thinking on it more, discussing it out, just spending that time, the due diligence can at least help you see multiple sides, and then later regret can be pushed down, I think, and can be mitigated. But yeah, overall, the song to me seems like a bit of a romantic song, but also a song about one's perspective and mindset towards relationship and how one should move through life in general. Moving slowly, it's simple, it's easy, and it feels like maybe the boring thing to do, but oftentimes it's probably the best thing for one to do to move forward in a productive and stable manner. All right, that was that. That was sweet and simple. Now let's check out what was. Which I should mention, this one is just by Steve Perry, not by Journey as a collective. At least so it seems. The emotional strings are out. Oh, is this like a breakup here?
Even though we're miles apart,
or at least physical distance.
what was I to do? The fire's still there, my light is too scared to find.
I think there's some glitches in the audio here, so I'm not sure if those are meant to be sound effects about like fire and like calamity, or just an artifact of the current audio.
My light is too scared to forget. It's a little too late because we'll never change what was.
Wow. We will never change what was. In the future, we won't change what we had. Because what we had is what we had. It's immutable.
Girl, it's never gonna end. Something we can't help, we must let go.
This is like coming to terms with the dissolution of a relationship, a breakup. There's got to be grief, of course, when two people who loved one another, they come apart. And at some point, if the relationship isn't tenable, there's no path forward, then the only thing one can do to properly move on is to accept what you had was great, and for whatever reasons, things couldn't work out going forward.
I want so much to say. I love you more today.
But Steve can't seem to let go.
The hardest thing I ever had to say.
Is what?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
What was I to do? You should have never called me up. What was I to do?
You should have never called me up.
Haven't we both had enough?
You shouldn't have like reopened this can of worms.
Oh, the fire's still there. My heart is too scared
Oh.
to fall again. It's a little too late because we'll never change what was. It's a little too late because we'll never change what
Wow. It's a beautiful song. Makes you feel sad. I don't know how many of you have gone through breakups. I've been through a few, and you know, they're never great. They never make you feel good about it. It takes a lot of perspective shifting to realize what value those relationships had and who you were as a person at the time, what the relationship was, and what's best for you moving forward. But it's never easy, and you always kind of reminisce on the good times, and the love that you had in some senses never leaves. You always have those memories, you always have those feelings, but you know, again, what is best for you. And acceptance of that breakup allows you to kind of recognize that love was love and love is love, and I love myself and I'm going to be with myself for the rest of my life. So there's no hatred in my heart. I feel loving feelings about my past, and I love myself in the present now as well, and I'm going to move forward and accept that things are done. Now, it always hurts to reopen old wounds, and if you receive that call from your ex-partner and they want you back, let's say, I don't know if that was the situation in this song that motivated the lyrics, but in some senses they called back because they probably miss Steve and they want to hear his voice. They want to reopen and revisit and maybe make it work. And the hardest thing in that moment is recognizing that maybe it isn't actually tenable, and the best thing for us both is to try to put it behind us to the best of our ability. Sad, romantic, real, all of those I think I would use to describe what was here. We have one more song to check out today, When You Love a Woman, but I hope you all have been enjoying the reaction so far. If that is the case, why don't you hit that subscribe button, help a brother out, and if you would like to request a reaction yourself, please hit the link in the description box down below. That is the best way to support my channel. Alright, now let's check out the last one here, When You Love a Woman. Let's go. This came out a year before I was born.
In my life I see where I've been. I said that I'd never fall again.
Oh my gosh. I'd never fall again. Is this a follow-up now to what was? I said I wouldn't fall again, but here I am.
My searching ain't over.
Still searching for love. Oh, that's beautiful.
No, she's standing by your side. Joy that lasts forever. There's a band of gold that shines, waiting somewhere. If I can't be.
I think the band of gold is like a wedding ring that's like shining, it glows in the distance. Like when you love a woman, that wedding ring will immediately pop into your mind.
Believe someone is true. To fall in love is so hard to do.
You know, I'm almost inclined to just disagree because I feel like it's easy to fall in love. It's harder to stay in love. But I don't want to say that this is just flat out wrong. I just think my perspective is a bit different. I think staying in love is probably the harder task, right? Choosing to love each other every day makes the relationship stronger, but if you're not doing that, things become infinitely harder. But it's easy to like flip-flop and change partners and, you know, not do the hard thing.
Love is so hard to do. I hope and pray tonight, somewhere you're thinking of me, girl. Yes, I know that you love a woman. See your world inside her. Love a woman. Know she's standing by your side. Joy that lasts forever. There's a band of gold that shines, waiting somewhere. Oh, it's enough to make you cry.
love this guitar call and response. The whole symphony.
You see your world inside her eyes.
Yeah. It's a beautiful song. Again, another beautiful romantic song. And, I'm not married myself. I've been in relationships and I have a girlfriend. And just reading some of these lyrics here, it is just so clear that Steve and just Journey in general, they understand what love is. And it, it just like romanticizes even the feeling of love and relationships. And, the feeling of love is one thing. Again, what I kind of mentioned earlier is that it's probably harder to stay in love or to choose to love. I think to love as a verb is a far more, I think, real of a feeling, quote unquote, as related, as in like contrast to the overall like feeling of love. Because you can kind of take the easy example of people who just go through the honeymoon phase really quickly and, they fall in love, quote unquote, but really they're in love with the feelings that the other person provides them and gives them rather than loving that person for who they are and choosing to love that person. It's more selfish rather than a selfless action, which is what love is meant to be. It's meant to be selfless. Love is outside yourself, especially when it's, loving another. Of course, you do have to love yourself, which means you also have to be inside yourself with love. But technically, if you consider yourself as the observer to your physical vessel, your human body, then in a sense, you are also having to love another, which the other is just yourself in that regard. So yeah, when you love a woman, you're now not only loving that person, but you're looking at the world through her eyes as well. There's this like mutual respect, this empathy, I guess you could say. When you love a woman, you see your world inside her eyes. So it's not only that you see the world through her eyes, which I don't think was explicitly a lyric, but kind of occurs to me, but you see your world inside her eyes. You've given her permission to like create a world, create your world with her in it. And it's her vision, but it's your, let's say, hard work. And together you guys create empires built on a foundation of true love. She's standing, when you love a woman, she's standing by your side. Just, you're always there together, side by side. You're each other's partner, dream team, a joy that lasts forever. There's a band of gold that shines, waiting somewhere. Oh yeah. Yeah, because marriage is forever. Maybe not so much these days. A lot of people are getting divorced, but we'll stick with the classical definition of forever in marriage. If I can't believe that someone is true, to fall in love is so hard to do. Oh, I'm okay. When I first read this line, I thought it was just this thing in isolation. To fall in love is so hard to do. But it's actually, if I can't believe that someone is true, then falling in love is made much harder. And for that, I 100% actually agree. I should have read the first line here for when I was like analyzing this lyric earlier. Yeah, now this makes sense, and it changes my perspective on the song immensely. Because if somebody's not right for you, you're not being true to yourself. They're not being true to you. Like there's just so many falsehoods and games being played. Love cannot exist in an environment of dishonesty. I hope and pray tonight somewhere you're thinking of me. Yes, I know that. Very romantic. I think we get some repetition here. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's that song, When You Love a Woman. I guess this is a very like romantic themed triple reaction today, so I hope you all enjoyed it and got what you could from the advice and, pontifications of a 27-year-old still trying to figure his way out in the world. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Hey friends, I hope you all enjoyed the reaction today. And if you'd like me to react to one of your favorite songs, you can hit the link in the description box down below. It is the best way to support my channel. But in any case, your support, your kindness, your comments, your likes, they mean the world to me, and I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and peace.